Okay, Greg, little video for you at the end of our session, mate. So let's talk about the pressure under your feet to start with, right? We'll kind of enlarge that. So you can see you start with a little bit more pressure under your left foot, which is good, and then you start to move the pressure back under your right foot, right? So let's say maybe there you're 60% under your right foot. You know, you get up to here, 60% and 61% under your right foot, maybe halfway back. But instead of then moving onto your left foot and transferring the pressure to your other foot before you get to the top, you just carry on loading it up under your right foot. So you get to the top of the swing there, right? You're at the top of the swing and you can see 90% under your right foot. By that point, you want to see these numbers at the bottom right there, right? You know, maybe 55 or 60 into your lead foot, not 10, right? So that's something we can definitely work on in the future, right? But you're a little across the line at the top, right? So what we're going to do, when I show you the example in a second, we just got a ball between your arms, which then got the club in a better position. You're squeezing your elbows closer together. And then as you come down, kind of just backing up with the head and the posture, you're kind of standing up out of it a little bit. You can see your head come up out the box, right? And then as you come down, you can see how you kind of reroute the club. You keep the club head behind your hands very nicely, and that club comes down the plane line. In fact, it's actually underneath it, look. There you go, it's underneath the plane line, right there. So if we stop you there just before impact, you can see the direction this club head is going to come into the ball. Way off to the right, way off to the right. And you can see how high the handle is as well, right? And then coming through impact, you can see really kind of out with the right arm, whereas what you see the pros do is as they hit the ball, right, number one, the shaft angle is almost similar to where he started, right? Yours is very high. And then as he fit, this is Billy Horschel. So as he turns round, now clearing out the way is a big part of it. You can see how open his hips are. That's a big part of it. But also he'll have a lot more pressure into his left heel by that point, right? So he's getting into that left heel, and look how his right arm moves across his body now. And if you can get that right arm across your body, get into the left heel, turn out the way, you start to see the shaft come out underneath your right shoulder, underneath your left shoulder. Whereas your right arm kind of just goes out there. We know for a fact that you're still on your toes at that point. You can see right there, look, 100% into your toes. And you don't really get into start stamping your heel down until you're right up here. So you're halfway through the follow through before you start stamping your heel down. Whereas, you know, if we want to try and get this club, if we want to try and get this shaft coming out underneath our left shoulder, which is where you see Billy Horschel, we need to open our turns more, get more into the left heel, right? So with this one, this was your kind of your drill at the end. Put a line through the club. Now don't forget, you had a ball between your arms, right? You got a ball between your arms right there. But you can see just a little half swing back, perfectly on plane. You look at this one halfway back, you're already starting to get it quite steep, look. You see? Whereas this one's more on plane, just because you're squeezing your elbows closer together. Now you get to the top, and it's across the line, very cupped with your left wrist as well, right? Whereas here, shaft's more on plane, and the wrist and the forearm are more in line, right? So squeezing the elbows together helps control the wrists as well, right? Then as you start down, whoops. As you start down, you get it very steep. You start down now, you're more on plane, look. Come down on plane, and now you start getting it more into that left heel. So you can see that number into your left heel there, through impact, after impact. And the big one for me is looking at the difference between that position and that position. Look at that.
Yeah.
Much better with the right arm there and there. And then the exit point, more under the shoulder, as opposed to high and through your neck.
Yeah.
Much better. Really good.